Number 1 says Enrique takes out a student loan to pay for his college tuition this year. Find the interest on the loan if he borrowed $2,500 at an annual interest rate of 6% for 15 years. The equation we use for these types of problems is I equals PRT. I stands for the interest, which is what we are looking for. P is the principal, and in this case, he borrowed $2,500. R stands for rate, which is the percent, but we need to write it as a decimal. So 6% becomes 0.06 when you are using it as a decimal. And then T represents time. In this problem, it is an annual interest, and it is 15 years. Annual stands for years, and we have years, so now all we have to do is multiply those things together, and that's going to tell you your answer. So those three things multiplied together come out to $2,250 in interest. Number 2. Your family plans to start a small business in your neighborhood. Your father borrows $10,000, which is going to be the principal, from the bank at an annual interest rate of 8%. 8% as a decimal is 0.08 for 36 months. It's an annual interest rate, which means we need the years. So, how many is 36 months in years? There are 12 months in a year, so 12, 24, 36 would be 3 years. So our time is 3. You don't want to put a 36 in there because it's an annual interest rate, which is talking about how much in a year. Now we just have to multiply. Those three things multiplied together come out to $2,400 in interest. Three says Mr. Rodriguez invests $2,000 in savings plans. That would be his principal. The savings account pays an annual interest rate of 5.75%, 0.0575. And then it asks, how much will he earn if he leaves his money in there for 10 years? When you multiply all of those things together, you get $1,150 in interest. How much will his money be in his savings at the end of 10 years? So he's earned $1,150 in interest, but he already had $2,000 in his account. So after 10 years, his account balance is now worth $3,150. Part C asks us to create and label a graph in the coordinate plane to show the relationship between time and the amount of interest earned in 10 years. Not what his savings account is worth, but how much interest he has earned. Then it says, is the relationship proportional? Why or why not? If so, what is the constant of proportionality? So we need to start by labeling. The x-axis is going to be time, and the y-axis is interest. In 0 years, his money is going to make $0. So it's going to go through the origin. In 10 years, it has made 1,150. In 10 years, he's made 1,100. So if we move over to 10 on the time, then we need to go up to 1,150, which is in between 1,100 and 1,200. Then we are going to connect those 2 points to form a line. It also asked us if it is proportional. The two characteristics you need to be proportional are straight lines and through the origin. So yes, this is proportional. Because it is a straight line through 0, 0. It also asked what the constant of proportionality was. For 1,150 in 10 years, if you were to divide to find that constant, you would get 115. You're dividing, so you lose that 0. Then in part D, it says to explain what the point 0, 0 and 115 represent. Zero, 0 means that in 0 years, you earn $0. One 115 says that in 1 year, you earn $115. E says, using the graph, find the balance of the savings plan at the end of 7 years. So with our graph, we're going to go to 7 on the years. And then we're going to figure out what that is equal to. And it's just above 800. In 1 year, they earn 115. So in 7 years, they would earn $805 in interest. That means that their savings has $805 from the interest plus the original $2,000 that they put in. So now it is worth $2,805. For F, it says, after how many years will he have increased his original investment by more than 50%? So originally he had $2,000. So if he is going to increase it by 50%, we need to know how much interest he's going to earn in order to figure out this problem. When you cross multiply and divide, you find out that he needs to earn $1,000 in interest. This was the original equation. The 1,000 is our interest. The principal, we started with 2,000 in the account. The rate was 0.057. Flip back. Yeah, 575, and we need to know the time. We already know that those two values come out to 115, And now we just need to figure out how long it's going to take. So we can divide both sides by 115 using algebra. And we can see that t is going to equal approximately 8.7. So he will earn $1,000 in interest after over 8.5 years, between 8 and 9 years.